Yeah, you'll see why. Alright guys, so I want to welcome everybody aboard the Rugosa once again. Like Cap Bob said, my name's Matt. If you guys get any questions today whatsoever, please feel free to ask, just shout them out. As we're making our way out of the river right here, guys, I'm going to show you a little bit about our lobstering fleet here in Kennebunkport. Get out in the ocean, start showing you guys about this lobster right here. Gonna teach you more in 20 minutes time than you ever imagine possible. Hopefully not too much, I don't want to scare you guys off them, but they are pretty interesting animals. So like I said, what these guys do, either one solid color or a two-tone horizontally around their buoy. Reason for that being their license allows them 880 traps. That means 880 of these buoys right here. This guy's gonna take his buoy just like this, dip it inside of his paint can. He wants to two-tone it, flip it over, paint the other side. You can imagine how long it would take you to hit 806 with a paintbrush. It'd take you forever. We're making our way out of here, guys. This here is the Kennebunk River. The Kennebunk River is pretty unique to our town in a couple of respects. First of all, what it does, separates two towns into two separate places. So Kennebunkport is back here behind me on that bank, and Kennebunk is back there along that shore. Now the name Kennebunk is pretty unique to our area. We get that name from a tribe of Indians called the Abenaki. They were the first ones to settle this peninsula of land back here behind you guys, back in 1640. And they named this area Kennebunk because in Abenaki tongue, that means long cut bank. You see the name as Kennebunk kind of has the river carved its way along the bank here. Male lobsters have much larger claws right here than the female lobsters do. On the other hand, females have a much wider tail than a male lobster does. So if you guys prefer claw meat like I do, try to get a male lobster. If you prefer tail meat, try to get a female lobster. If you ever get them live in a lobster pound, they will do that there for you. So the reason that female does have that wider tail right here is because if she's an egg-bearing lobster, what we call a berried lobster, she holds all her fertilized eggs exposed right here on her tail. So that wider tail lets go more eggs, basically. They can hold anywhere between 6,000 to 100,000 eggs. These female lobsters can hold fertilized on their tails right here. Pretty fascinating. Now the reason they hold so many eggs, less than 1/10 of 1% of her eggs make it to be a full-grown lobster this size, or about 1 in 5,000 to 1 in 10,000. Now these lobsters get about 100 psi of crushing power in their crusher claws, so enough to break your fingers. So we get them on board today. Don't go sticking your fingers in the cage. Bad idea. You want to put stitches all over your fingers like I have. All right, last year we had a lady on board. The trap comes right up out of the water. We set it down on the table right here, and she raised her into it. How come the lobsters don't have bands on their claws? Did all I could not to laugh, and politely told her, you know, we had to put bands on the claws here. Anyways, probably should have told her that. Smell. Lobster's gonna smell this bait in the bait bag. He's gonna crawl in either one of these vents you guys see right here. Either going forwards like this, or they'll go in backwards sometimes. So this here, right here, where our bait bag is, this area is called the kitchen, because that's where the lobster goes to eat. This area back inside of here, it's called the parlor, because that's where the lobster goes to hang out. So eat in the kitchen, hang out in the parlor. Those are the real names, I didn't just make them up, but it's actually what we call them. You got some?
Yeah.
We got some to work already.
Like they're actually a great one.
Trap.
Oh my god.
Alright guys.
I just want to take a picture of the
Just wanted to separate them out here. Alright, so this lobster right here, guys, this is called Homerus americanus. This is one of 30 clawed lobster species in the world, and we have about 90% of its population right here in the Gulf of Maine. Now guys do fish for these up in Canada, down south, the other New England states, as well as New York, but we have about 90% of the population here in the Gulf of Maine. So whenever you guys hear the name Maine lobster, they're referring to a specific species of lobster, Homerus americanus. Doesn't necessarily mean that it came from Maine, but chances are that it did.
Is it still?
Oh, yeah. Alright guys, we got a special treat for you here. This right here is an egg-bearing lobster. All these things underneath her tail are all fertilized eggs.
Oh my gosh.
Get a picture.
Are we lobsters?
Go ahead, yeah, pick her right up. Is that alright? We'll bring these back to these folks back here so they can see. Did you already get a chance to band one? Yeah, alright, well, you want to try banding? There you go, so there's that. Just squeeze it in, there you go. Right over the claw. Yeah, now release it, there you go, right there, perfect. Pull it off. Good job, good job. Perfect. Good job. Want to hold on to it now? Just like that. There, girl. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
You want to see if it's a legal size lobster? Alright, so I'll show you. I just set it right down. You take that gauge. Okay, we want to measure right there, so you take it right behind his eye. There you go. Yep. Kind of hook it in there. Yep. Now feel it. Just like that. Right there. Just barely too small, huh?
Yeah.
Just like that. Just barely too small. That's really, really close, isn't it? There you go. Now you got man-hand measure a lobster. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. 70 bucks. Between your trap, your line. In for like such body, yep. There you go.